Shalom. First of all, let's start off by giving all great honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakatash. The blowness that teaches others and apostle great millstone, likewise brothers putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding sheep with brothers and sisters doing in Shalom. Today's lesson is titled, The Time of a Harvest Shall Come. And we're speaking about Great Babylon, America. Now, today I'm going to show you a clip, and some of you brothers and sisters out there might have seen this in the news, but an order's come out, okay, from CENTCOM, okay, which is Central Command of the United States military out there in the Middle East, to confiscate, or basically they're thinking about confiscating the cell phones, okay, from service members because of an incident that took place about a week and a half ago. And this is a memo that just came out basically today, okay, or yesterday, okay, in that time zone, okay, from CENTCOM Command. And basically what it boils down to here, and there were an attack from Iran, okay, because Iran is attacking these military bases out there, was captured on video, okay, by one of the service members who was actually running. So I'm going to read this here for you. It says, military officials' concerns intensified after a U.S. service member recorded soldiers rushing to shelters during an Iranian missile and drone attack on that air base in Jordan, okay? And this is on July 17. It says the video was later posted on Instagram, was reportedly filming using Meta smart glasses equipped with a built-in camera. Now, normally when you go over there, and I'm going to show you, this is a picture when I was over there in Afghanistan. You can probably figure out which one of those guys is me. Okay, you always get a briefing, okay, about OPSEC, which is Operation Security. And I think because of, Jordan is really not really considered a combat zone compared to like OEF and OIF, or, when you're out in Iraq and Afghanistan, where clearly, they have these basically cell phone blockers or transmission blockers, when something happens catastrophic, like, service member die or anything like that, and there's no internet, no cell phone, nothing like that can get out. Otherwise, you can actually make those calls. In the case for this year, we're in a modern time right now with these smartphones and these Meta glasses that can film. The concern is that basically these service members, okay, are giving information out to Iran, okay, to see how effective their military, their strikes are. Okay, Kadena says in his message to troops, Cooper referred to the footage saying it revealed where personnel had taken shelter during the attack, okay? In Afghanistan, okay, it was typically under, it looks just like how you see in this picture right here, okay? You in these like stone hedge, okay? And that was really for protection from, RPGs and stuff like that. Iran, they have cruise missiles and all kinds of other, hypersonic missiles and stuff like that. So these things are not going to really protect them. So if they were using missiles that doesn't penetrate these type of things, now they know how they can kill U.S. service members with the right type of ammunition. Okay, and this is what they're trying to get at. Now, I'm going to play this clip, and of course, we're going to go into the scriptures. Okay, and this is biblical. Okay, because this is now the time of harvest of these Babylonians. Okay, let's take a look at this clip.
A new warning from the U.S. military is highlighting an unexpected battlefield in the ongoing conflict with Iran: social media. According to reports, America's top military commander in the Middle East has warned U.S. troops that videos recorded on their mobile phones and shared online are helping Iran gather valuable intelligence. The concern is that footage posted by service members is allowing Tehran to assess the success of its missile and drone attacks in near real time. In a confidential letter dated July 28th, Admiral Brad Cooper, the head of U.S. Central Command, reportedly said that images, videos, and online posts by American troops are providing Iran with information that could directly threaten U.S. forces and civilians stationed across the Gulf. According to the memo, this open-source intelligence can reveal the effectiveness of Iranian strikes, making future attacks more precise and potentially more deadly. The warning comes after a controversial incident involving a US service member who was wearing Meta smart glasses during a deadly Iranian attack on a military base in Jordan. The device recorded the strike, and the footage was later uploaded online, raising serious questions about operational security and the risks posed by wearable technology on the battlefield. The US military is now considering stricter rules for troops deployed in high-risk regions. According to sources familiar with the matter, some personnel stationed in places like Jordan could soon be ordered to surrender their personal mobile phones while on deployment. Such a move would mark one of the toughest restrictions on digital communications imposed during the current conflict. However, the proposal has sparked concern among military families. For thousands of deployed service members, mobile phones are often the only reliable way to stay connected with loved ones back home. Restricting access could make communication more difficult at a time when tensions in the region remain extremely high. The Pentagon has long warned that smartphones, fitness trackers, and other connected devices can expose sensitive information, including troop locations and movement patterns. Military officials say even seemingly harmless videos or photos can reveal critical details to hostile forces. The latest warning comes amid escalating tensions between the United States and Iran. Regional attacks, missile exchanges, and growing security concerns have placed American forces across the Middle East on heightened alert, making operational secrecy more important than ever. As warfare increasingly extends into the digital world, the US military's message is clear. On today's battlefield, a single social media post could carry consequences far beyond the screen.
As you saw in that clip, it gave you an idea, of why this is such a big mess. Of course, if you have this communication going on over there, where they can, post information online at will, then, the true numbers of American GIs casualty is going to be revealed eventually, because right now the Trump administration is saying there's a couple dozen injured, less than 20 killed, when in reality, it's in the hundreds, and I got that news yesterday when I was at the VA, because they have people that are working over there, nurses and doctors that are saying a whole different story, and people nowadays are just not going to keep things within themselves. Right now the whole atmosphere is very negative, so something that would normally have been, a low level classification, like maybe a secret level or something like that, or a need to know, nobody gives a crap anymore. They're just going to reveal it. Let's go into the scripture here. This is Revelation 18:7. It reads, "How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she had said in her heart, I sit a queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no sorrow." Yes, Great Babylon, America, United States of America, you're going to see sorrow. Now this is freaking out a lot of the families, because for them, and for those of you who might have family members in the military, when you deploy, people get a little kind of on edge. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that could go wrong, from the transport plane that you're on, crashing in the mountains or in the ocean, to IED, blowing you up before you could even get to your destination. There's a whole lot of things that could go wrong, and it's about to go wrong for Great Babylon, America, because there's an adversary that actually has the ability to fight and is antagonizing this place. As you can see in the headlines, Iran just recently attacked, U.S. bases, and, Trump is saying, they're going to pay, When we go into Ezekiel 35, verse 5, it reads, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." So This is the bloody man, okay, the red horse, take away peace from the earth. I mean, this nation has been at war for what, 93 of 94% of its existence. It came over here and got this land by bloodshed, okay, and by bloodshed, okay, Esau is going to be taking out of this land, okay, through nuclear destruction from the Lord Yahweh Shai. But the Lord right now has set situation up in which the United States military, okay, is not able to defend itself against its adversary. So this now just gave the Iranians an idea of how American bases or what service members do when the alarm goes off. Because this is exactly what we did when we was over in Afghanistan. When the alarm goes off, woo, 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 you ran under basically what looked like a stone hedge. Okay, it's like really like a 4 feet thick concrete. And those RPGs they had over there, those ammunition from the Taliban or whoever was out there, I couldn't really do anything. But in this case right now, especially when you see China and Russia gets involved in this, it's going to be a whole different story. Kanina says, "Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword." And what do they talk about, Iran, doing a ground attack? Okay, the hills, the mountains, the place is like a fortress. Okay, it's like it's surrounded by high mountains, rough terrains. Okay, and you have to cross over those. If you fly over it, they're going to shoot you down with air defense, ground to air missiles. Okay, if you go on by troops, I mean, they're just waiting to slaughter you. Okay, and unlike the previous campaigns, where the United States had, bases, that they could use in, friendly countries like that, right now, the whole area right now is just in chaos and nobody's really being friendly. So pretty much it's going to be a raw fight. Let's put it that way. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 16. So verse 33 reads, "The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." Why? Because they're all going to be drafted real soon. The death toll is going to escalate to the point of when you see them say, okay, we need to mandatorily have people come in, whether you want to or not, from age 18 or 17 and a half to 47. Yeah. So they can be drafting middle-aged men and women into it, particularly men. All right. Whether you're American citizen or not, they're going to draft you in there. And a lot of the men that they're holding captives in these internment camps, these detention centers, they're intentionally keeping them here because they're going to force them into war. They're going to turn them into conscripts. Hey, you want to eat? You go into this battle, okay, knowing damn well you're not going to come back, okay? In wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. I'm not going to go in detail with it because it will take hours for me to go and explain to you about how the logistics works, and particularly the Army. And the Army has the largest logistics of any known logistics operation on earth, the United States Army. Okay, it would just take a long time for me to go into, and that was my specialty, was logistics. Okay, but given the adversary that the United States is going to be facing, okay, and they're facing right now, what it says here, and their husbands shall perish of famine, is because a lot of the service members are going to perish of famine. A lot of the logistics is just going to be shot out of the sky. A lot of the transportation of food is just never going to reach service members. And this was something that a strategy that the United States used against Japan was basically just starving them out, pretty much, okay, until they start turning into cannibals. And of course you could say, with these Edomites in the military, yeah, Jake, you might look like a real tasty treat for them, okay? Okay, they've been known to eat us, all right? Continuing, it says, "Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake." Because pretty much Trump will come every single night, and every day they'll keep repeating the same video with him talking about they're beating the crap out of Iran, and they're going to do this and do that, and we're winning the war. We're the most powerful military in the world. You was not anymore. That's past tense. You don't understand. And what we're telling you people is this: despite the power of Great Babylon, America, the Lord of hosts is bringing a great force against this place. And basically he's going to strip these military generals and these strategists and tacticians of their ability to really think. He's going to strip them See, the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, He holds that. He holds your intelligence. He holds the ability to whether you're going to win or lose. Okay? He's the one decide that. Okay? And basically, as I just read to you, the Lord is telling us they all are going to lose. Great Babylon, America is going to lose. There's a harvest coming. And what is a harvest? It's your gathering. Okay? And the Lord is about to gather a whole lot of souls. Okay? Of these Americans. Let's close over Jeremiah 51 and 33 reads. For thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon, is like a threshing floor. It is time to treasure. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. That time is now. It's the beginning of that harvest. A lot of you service members are going to die. Jake, if you're in the military, now it's the time to get the hell out of it. Lord will lead like us, Father, because we're going on to 2. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.